What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Tonight we are getting my 2005 LJ ready for an adventure this weekend. I'm taking my two kids and my wife camping at Uwharrie National Forest, and I'm just going over making sure all the fluids are topped off, making sure all the nuts and bolts are tight. But I realized I hadn't done like a walk around on this thing, so that's what we'll be doing tonight. So this is a 2005 Jeep Rubicon LJ that I got probably 6 years ago. When I got it, it had the factory Rubicon axles. It had a rock crawler suspension lift that someone had just put on, and he said his buddies had just got into Harleys, so he was selling it to get a Harley. So of course I had to jump on it. But since then I have done a 1-ton swap. I have stretched the rear suspension. I have put aluminum armor on the rear. I had to custom fabricate these Poison Spider rock sliders to accommodate for the stretch right here. And they got the Gen Right high clearance fenders. But we'll start at the front. So what I have is a Dana 60, the ultimate Dana 60, that I got from East Coast Gear Supply, but it's set up just like a 78, 79 Kingpin Dana 60 that came in the Fords. But what's cool about it is that I cut off F250 Super Duty Dana 60s inner C's and got East Coast Gear Supply in Raleigh to weld them on to the axle, so that way I can have the unit bearings, or have a bigger ball joint and the unit bearings. But I'm running 78, 79 inner shafts, and then my stub shafts are for a F250. So it's pretty cool. It's worked out for me. If I ever have any issues and I'm away from the house, all I have to do is go to a local auto parts store and get a new unit bearing for a F250, bolt it right on in minutes. I'm also running the PSC Hydro Assist steering box and ram. Got the coilovers that came in the rock crawler kit. I did bend this at the last Jeep event. I flexed it out too much. I got to relocate that, but it still works. The front bumper is a Poison Spider bumper, and I got someone to bend me some tube, and I welded all this on. Got the Poison Spider hood louver. I do still have the factory inline 6 in this Jeep. I do have the Sprintech supercharger on it. I've been pretty impressed with it so far. It makes cool noises, so that's really all that matters. Just kidding. But the wheels and tires, I'm running a 40-inch trail grappler from Nitto with Walker Evans bead locks. And I'm also running the Warren locking hubs. And what a lot of people think is interesting about this is I have Super Duty center caps on my wheels. So I'm running factory Super Duty lug nuts because I'm running Super Duty lug pattern. So I had these off my old F250 and I popped them on. So now I just tell people they're Ford bead locks. I get really weird looks with them. But I did the Highline fenders from Poison Spider. Let's see. Color matched half doors. The rear, I'm running a 14 bolt with just one of my favorite things. It's got the TMR high clearance 15 bolt conversion. Got some Fox coilovers, a Moto-Built 15-gallon fuel cell, and of course a custom leak, hub seal leak. That's nice. Just saw that. But I've got the Barnes rear bumper and all these arms right here I made in my shop. All that material is from Barnes. All my tabs for my axle are from Barnes. The pinion guard is from Barnes. The front 3-link, all that's from Barnes. I had the rock crawler stuff on here, but once I stretched the wheelbases, you know, of course I had to go longer. But this subsection right here, that's from rock crawler. On the inside, got some new to me seats, suspension seats. I got of course I got to have the car seats in the rear for the kiddos. But what's cool is that you may see that it's a JK seat. So what I did is I took a bottom of my factory seat. Sorry, don't mind my mess, I'm trying to clean it out. But so the bottom is a LJ seat, and I welded it together. No, I welded the brackets together to a JK seat. So whenever my kids get older, if I have adult passengers, you know, take the seats out or take the car seat out, you know, they got a lot more support than, you know, the old seats stop like right here somewhere. So they got a lot more support and, you know, a headrest also. But of course the Jeep is a 6-speed. I've got a full-blown custom cage from Edmondson Off-Road. Shout out to Chad Edmondson for making this sweet cage. I've really enjoyed it. And of course, he always says there's no point of a roll cage if you don't have grab handles. But I've got the rugged radios set up in here. I did just build this bar right here. You may notice that it's missing the center section right there. So whenever I'm, you know, taking kids to get ice cream or taking the kids to school, what I do is I take the middle section out, and when I go wheeling, I just pop that section in, tighten it down with some Allen wrenches. It's good to go. Got the CJ tailgate painted to match with the Swag Off-Road drop down tailgate kit, and I'm running factory TJ hood latches to hold my tailgate on. So it works great. And of course the 6 feet under license plate. Poison Spider rear tail lights. I thought you can see that, but you can see right here where I outboarded my front track bar mount. That kind of helped out with the, I was getting some bump steer whenever I first put the steering together. But once I outboarded that front track bar, man, that made a world of a difference. But I tell you, that was one of the most aggravating things I've ever done in my entire life, was cutting off the factory track bar mount. I don't know if any of y'all watching have ever done that, but if you do, get comfortable because you will be there a while. So in my axles, I'm running 513 Yukon gears with a Grizzly locker in the front and an ARB locker in the rear. I'm running the locked off-road bump stops. Like those. Got my anti-rock, got that front and rear. I am still running the factory Rubicon transfer case. I do have custom drive shafts from Metalcraft in Goldsboro, North Carolina. The wheelbase on this Jeep is around 113. Well, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching and checking the LJ out. The next video that y'all see, or one of the next videos y'all see, it'll be the LJ at Uwharrie with the kids. So that ought to be interesting. And then should be a couple more videos on the Cherokee coming up also. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.